Hey, Stukulele from Uke Mullum here. Thanks for stopping by. I thought I'd do something a bit different in this video. It's baritone time. I need to have one baritone song a month. Thank you very much to Baton Rouge and Mullumbimby Music for this gorgeous ukulele. Now something strange happens every time I pick up this instrument. Because I'm so used to playing the ukulele, I get on here and I'm playing the same shapes as I always do, and it just makes me think differently because I'm getting a different sound. And it kind of opens up this creative pathway in my brain, and I start noodling around, and before you know it, I've written another song, which is fantastic. So I've decided that's what I'm going to do from now on. Every baritone lesson, I'm going to write a song. And this video, I'm going to show you how I came up with the song that I arrived at. There'll be a playthrough at the end, so you can play along with my new tune. It's called Thursday. So I knew I wanted to write a simple country song, and as the baritone ukulele is in the native key of G, when you strum all 4 strings, you get a G6. I thought, let's just not fight against that. We'll keep G as the native key, and that will be the key for my simple country song. So what I did is I wrote out my chords like so. G is the first chord, A, B, C, and then D, E, F, I'll put G for good measure down at the end there. Now, when you write out your chords like this, it's easy to see that this is a major chord, this becomes a minor, this is a minor, this is a major, this is a major, this is a minor, this is a minor. Oh, that actually is a diminished, half diminished. So let's not use the diminished chord, that's going to make things too hard. So all I did was to start with the root chord, the G, and I thought, well, let's work on a 4-bar pattern, something that's going to work in 4 bars. So I wrote out 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. And first chord is G. And I thought, well, all I have to do is end this bar with either the 4 chord or the 5 chord. So I just chose one, and I thought, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go with the 4 chord. The 4 chord is a slightly softer landing when it resolves back to the 1 chord. So I've gone, all right, that's going to be the last chord, and now I just want to fill in these 2 bars, and let's pick one of the chords from the middle, and I just went, oh, you know what? What's it sound like when I go to a B minor? And then I'm going to go to an E minor after that. So that became my first 4-bar pattern. And then I decided I'm going to do it times 2. I'll repeat it. Okay, and that will make up my verse. So I need a chorus, or another section at least. So let's call that the A section, and we're going to have a B section. And I thought I'll just do it exactly the same way, and you know, maybe change it a little bit, but keep it similar. So I thought I'll start with another 4-bar pattern. Oops, it's a bit tight. Okay. And we'll start again with the G. We'll stay on the G. I don't want to make a major change to the chorus. I just want to keep it moving along gently, and maybe I'll change the melody. So I've just chosen a G, and then I thought I would finish on the C again. Why not? And what can I do to make things slightly different? Why don't I make that one a C and this one an E minor? So it's going to make a bit more of a major kind of feel in the chorus. So that's what I did. I just chose those chords and said, this is my verse and this is chorus, or B section. And that was how I started. So here I am, I've got my verse, I've got my chords. We've got a G, the 1 chord, B minor, which is the 3 chord, E minor, which is the 6 chord, and then we're resolving after the 4 chord back to the 1 again. So that's cool. Now I started out, strumming. And the thing about the baritone I find is I don't think it really lends itself to fast strumming. Maybe it's just the actual frequency that it occupies and with my voice competes. So I ended up slowing everything right down. And the other reason for that is I knew that this song was going to have some words in it because I want to tell a story. So I've actually, I thought, it's going to be easier for me to phrase if we just slow things down. And, I've got a thing for the Travis picking right at the moment. I just think that sounds really nice. So I opted for that in the end. So I've got my chords and now it's time to come up with a melody. Now, I happen to know that the major pentatonic scale is fantastic for coming up with melodies, and it's particularly suited to country style songs. If you don't know how to play a major pentatonic scale, check out my video for My Girl. I'll put a link in the description and there might be a card up here somewhere as well. So basically we're going like this. 0, that means the fret is the open string. 0, 2, fret 2, next string down. 0, 3, next string down. 0, 3. And if I wanted to continue it down. So I figured I'd use those notes to create my melody. Now the thing is, you can play these notes in other parts of the neck. So it's good to get used to playing the pentatonic scale in different positions. And then you might want to continue it up. So take some time to get used to all the different positions you can play a scale on the neck of your uke. That's for another video. So here we are with that sounded good. I just fiddled around with my fingers on the uke and came up with that melody. Just playing those 3 notes, 2, 3, beg your pardon, 4 notes, and came up with the first line of the song. So I knew I had something, and all I needed now was an idea. What's this song going to be about? So I went, today's Thursday. Let's write a song about Thursday. And in the back of my mind, country songs, particularly people like Patsy Cline, and there's many more, but I love the country heartbreak tune. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to write a country heartbreak song. So Thursday, how could I get that lyric to present itself early in the piece? And also, what can I do with Thursday to make it sound like we're in a heartbreak song? I thought about my relationship, and I thought about the times that I've come home from work, for example, and my partner has been home looking after the kids for the whole day, and you just want to come home from work and just take 5 minutes to decompress and chill. But of course she wants to tell me about her day, and sometimes it's just really hard to be attentive in that moment. So I came up with, you want to tell me about your Thursday. And then the rest of the melody kind of took care of itself. just playing the pentatonic scale. And suddenly the words came, and the story of this couple and their relationship difficulties spewed forth on the page. You want to tell me about your Thursday before my boot can hit the floor. You take one quick glance at my face and my heart begins to race. I was away. Okay, the next verse followed pretty quickly, and then I knew something's got to happen by the time I get to the chorus. So as I decided not to change drastically the chord progression, I knew I was going to have to change the melody a bit. So I just went up the octave. You never took me to your heart. And I've got the C chord. Melody just came like that. It seemed to be on a roll at this point, and things were just falling out on the page, and I got excited. And you know what I did actually is another tip, is instead of writing with a pen and paper, which I started out doing, at that point I went to a text edit program on my Mac and typed everything out. And that way it's really easy to make edits and quick changes without scribbling all over the page. I can put the chords where I want them, and it ends up being sort of streamlined. And I can actually move the chords in between the words to remind me of how the phrasing goes. Because at this point I wasn't recording anything, I was just in the writing process. It wasn't long after I did that I did actually start to record. I'm using Logic Pro, so I just put in a really simple beat and got the bass line in there, the walking bass line that you get in most country songs. That kind of thing. And then I had a foundation for me to play and structure the song. And it didn't take me long to work out 2 verses, 2 choruses, verse for a solo. I thought I'd like to have a solo because I love the sound of that. And then another verse, chorus and out. Simple. So I just kept it really simple. Anyway, this is what I've ended up with. I really hope you like it. Leave me a comment below and, you know, be kind. But if you have any suggestions on how I can improve it, or maybe you want to write another verse or anything like that, I'd love to hear from you. And if you don't like the song, you know, you can tell me why. But don't just flat out be nasty about it. No one wants that. Constructive criticism is always helpful. Check it out. You wanna tell me about your Thursday before my boot can hit the floor. You take one quick glance at my face and my heart begins to race. Then I can even take a word in. I'm sunk so low within, and when our eyes finally meet, only resentment there to greet me. You never took me to your heart, gave me a chance to make a new start, shot me down before I saw a fire. Now it's me who stands a liar. Let me speak, let me be a father to my son. I'm not weak, even though you've seen me turn and run, turn and run. I want to turn and run, turn and run. I won't turn and run again. If I bring home a bunch of flowers, we can go out, sit down, catch up for a couple of hours. We need some time for us. Remember when we used to kiss? There must be room in this world for our love. Surely we can reminisce. Or is it too late to find each other in the dark? Together, please. Can we find our forgotten spark? Maybe next Thursday. What is it about Thursday? Can we make another Thursday? So it really is as simple as that. And it wouldn't have happened if I didn't actually sit down and say, okay, it's time for you to write a song, Stu. Off you go. I just did it. And I tell you, it's a feeling that I just can't get enough of, being able to create something from nothing. I'm really happy with the results. I hope you like the song. It doesn't really have a chorus. It's like a story that goes all the way through. And the main thing is I wanted to get across the idea of Thursday being important for some reason. So I've repeated it right at the end. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I would love to hear from you in the comments if this is the kind of thing that you'd like to see more of. Share this video with your friends, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that, and remember to click the notification bell so you never miss a uke tutorial. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.
There's a swirl in the sun and a swirl in the sky. There's a smile on the face of everybody passing by.